Welcome to Smart Interview Prep channel. In this channel you will learn about basic interview question of different topics. Stay touch with us.
Question number 01. What are the primary differences between a gas generator and a diesel generator? Answer. Gas generators typically run on natural gas or propane, while diesel generators utilize diesel fuel. Gas generators are generally more environmentally friendly with lower emissions but may have higher fuel costs compared to diesel generators. Question number 02. How do you determine the appropriate size of a gas generator or diesel generator for a specific application? Answer. The size of a generator is determined by the power requirements of the equipment it will be powering. Factors such as load size, duration of operation, and any additional equipment requirements should be considered when sizing a generator. Question number 03. What safety measures should be taken when operating a gas generator or diesel generator? Answer. Safety measures include proper ventilation to prevent carbon monoxide poisoning, regular maintenance to prevent fuel leaks, and following manufacturer guidelines for operation and maintenance. Question number 04. What maintenance tasks are typically required for gas generators and diesel generators? Answer. Maintenance tasks may include regular oil and filter changes, spark plug replacement for gas generators, fuel filter replacement for diesel generators, and periodic inspection of belts and hoses. Question number 05. Can gas generators and diesel generators be used interchangeably in all applications? Answer. While both types of generators can provide power, their suitability for specific applications depends on factors such as fuel availability, emissions regulations, and operational requirements. Question number 06. How do you troubleshoot common issues with gas generators and diesel generators? Answer. Troubleshooting may involve checking fuel levels, inspecting spark plugs or glow plugs, verifying battery connections, and examining electrical components such as alternators and voltage regulators. Question number 07. What are the advantages and disadvantages of using gas generators over diesel generators, and vice versa? Answer. Gas generators typically have lower emissions and are quieter but may have higher fuel costs and lower efficiency compared to diesel generators, which are more fuel efficient but produce higher emissions and noise levels. Question number 08. How do you ensure proper storage of fuel for gas generators and diesel generators? Answer. Proper fuel storage includes using approved containers, storing fuel in a well-ventilated area away from ignition sources, and adding fuel stabilizers to prevent degradation over time. Question number 09. Can gas generators and diesel generators be connected in parallel to increase power output? Answer. Yes, gas generators and diesel generators can be connected in parallel to increase power output, but it requires careful synchronization to prevent damage to equipment and ensure stable power supply. Question number 10. What are the key components of a gas generator and a diesel generator? Answer. Key components include the engine, alternator, fuel system, cooling system, exhaust system, control panel, and safety features such as automatic shutdown mechanisms in case of emergencies. Question number 11. How does the efficiency of gas generators compare to diesel generators? Answer. Generally, diesel generators tend to be more fuel efficient than gas generators, especially under heavy loads and for continuous operation. However, the efficiency can vary based on factors such as engine design, load profile, and maintenance practices. Question number 12. What are the environmental impacts associated with gas generators and diesel generators? Answer. Gas generators typically produce fewer emissions than diesel generators, including lower levels of particulate matter and nitrogen oxides. However, both types of generators can have environmental impacts related to fuel extraction, transportation, and combustion. Question number 13. What safety precautions should be followed during the installation of gas generators and diesel generators? Answer. Safety precautions include ensuring proper grounding, following electrical code requirements, providing adequate ventilation, and installing appropriate exhaust systems to prevent the buildup of toxic gases. Question number 14. How do you calculate the runtime of a gas generator or diesel generator based on fuel capacity and load? Answer. The runtime can be calculated by dividing the fuel capacity, in gallons or liters, by the fuel consumption rate, in gallons or liters per hour, at the specified load. This calculation provides an estimate of how long the generator can run before requiring refueling. Question number 15. What are the typical noise levels generated by gas generators and diesel generators? Answer. Gas generators tend to produce less noise compared to diesel generators, but both can generate significant noise levels during operation. The noise level depends on factors such as engine size, exhaust system design, and surrounding environmental conditions. Question number 16. How do you determine the appropriate location for installing a gas generator or diesel generator? Answer. The location should be well ventilated, easily accessible for maintenance, and comply with local regulations regarding setback distances, noise levels, and emissions. Factors such as proximity to buildings, fuel storage areas, and electrical loads should also be considered. Question number 17. What are the typical maintenance intervals for gas generators and diesel generators? Answer. Maintenance intervals vary depending on factors such as operating hours, environmental conditions, and manufacturer recommendations. However, routine maintenance tasks such as oil changes, filter replacements, and inspections should be performed regularly to ensure optimal performance and reliability. Question number 18. Can gas generators and diesel generators be used for standby power applications? Answer. Yes, both gas generators and diesel generators are commonly used for standby power applications, providing backup power in the event of grid outages or emergencies. However, the suitability of each type depends on factors such as fuel availability, emissions regulations, and load requirements. Question number 19. How do you assess the total cost of ownership for gas generators versus diesel generators? Answer. Total cost of ownership includes initial purchase price, installation costs, fuel expenses, maintenance costs, and any regulatory compliance costs. By comparing these factors over the expected lifespan of the generator, you can determine which option offers the best value for your specific application. Question number 20. What are the key differences in the starting mechanisms for gas generators and diesel generators? Answer. Gas generators typically use spark ignition systems similar to those found in gasoline-powered engines, while diesel generators use compression ignition systems where fuel is ignited by high pressure and temperature generated during compression. These differences impact starting reliability, cold weather performance, and maintenance requirements. Question number 21. How do you mitigate the risk of fuel contamination in gas generators and diesel generators? Answer. To mitigate fuel contamination, proper fuel storage practices should be followed, including using clean containers, implementing filtration systems, and periodically testing fuel quality. Additionally, regular maintenance, such as fuel filter replacement, helps prevent contamination from reaching the engine. Question number 22. What are the considerations when selecting between a standby generator and a prime power generator for gas and diesel generators? Answer. Standby generators are designed for backup power during grid outages and typically operate intermittently, while prime power generators are intended for continuous operation as the primary power source. Considerations include load profile, runtime requirements, and regulatory compliance. Question number 23. How do you assess the voltage stability of gas generators and diesel generators under varying loads? Answer. Voltage stability can be assessed by monitoring voltage fluctuations during load changes and ensuring that the generator's voltage regulation system maintains voltage within acceptable limits. Regular testing and calibration of voltage regulators are essential for optimal performance. Question number 24. What measures can be taken to extend the service life of critical components in gas generators and diesel generators? Answer. Measures include implementing a comprehensive maintenance schedule, conducting regular inspections, using high-quality replacement parts, ensuring proper lubrication, and monitoring operating conditions to detect potential issues early. Question number 25. What role do control systems play in the operation of gas generators and diesel generators? Answer. Control systems monitor various parameters such as voltage, frequency, temperature, and load, and they regulate engine speed, fuel injection, and other functions to ensure optimal performance, efficiency, and safety. Thanks for watching my video, friends. Wait for our next video tutorials. Still then, bye bye.